Wanna fish burger, don't you, baby? Just 'cause bamboo too expensive for
Happy New
ya.
Year and welcome back to Who Dat. I've been on hiatus, but we had to get new equipment and all that, but we back. So today I got Jonny Cake. Saying Johnny.
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good?
So where did the name come from?
Jonnny Cake. Jonnny Cake was actually a name derived from in the kitchen. You get what I'm saying? You following me so far? All right, this is going. I was in the kitchen one day. I was going through a little bit of meditation because I was going through a point in my career where my name before Jonnny Cake was Rio de Janeiro. And you know Rio de Janeiro is a country in Brazil. I think it's a country or a city.
No,
Which
it's a
one?
city in
It's a city. It's a city in Brazil, not a country, right? So when I was really progressing with my music, I noticed that when I tried to copyright a lot of my stuff, the city would come up a lot. And when people heard the name, they'd be like, oh, you from Brazil? You Cuban? Or something like that, you know? So I was like, I had to figure out a way to reinvent that name so people would understand me more that I'm Bahamian and what I'm doing is fully Bahamian made. So I was in the kitchen one day, mommy was baking. So she talked sauce was boiling and everything. Potatoes, wings, good. And she took it out the baker and I was just looked at it. I just looked at it and I just thought, Jonnny Cake. Jonnny Cake. It just hit me like that, Jonnny Cake. And then when I really thought about it, it's like I could play with the name so much, you know, I could just do so much with the name, and that's where I came up.
Why Rio de Janeiro at first?
Well, I had gotten Rio. I was a kid. My actual government name is Rio, right? My government name is Rio.
Now you're making sense.
Right. You see, everything is have to come together with me. And when I was a kid, a lot of people, when I go with my dad, they would call me that automatically. What's your name? Rio. Oh, like Rio de Janeiro, you know. And when I really started in music, an artist called Joe Blacks. I don't know if you ever heard of him back in the day. Yeah, that's one of my neighbors. He actually really pushed me with that name too, telling me that Rio de Janeiro, you should try to, brother. That name go good with you. You know, it sounds good. So that's where that really came from when I first started with that.
But everyone who knows you, entertainer, not Johnny as rapper. You model, you sing, you act. But what was the start? What was your beginning and the whole field?
The whole field, the beginning was choir, church and choir. That's where I started from. Mom used to sing. Daddy was in about that. My dad's actually a DJ, old school DJ. I'm talking about Percy Sledge, Stylistics, people like that, you know?
Yeah, back in the day.
Right, that's the type of music. So mom saying she always had me in choir, she always had me in the church choir, church programs and stuff like that. So that's basically where the voice and the music started from. Not until I got into college is when I really got into rap. That's when it really started. But before that, it was church, choirs, band, anything musically I basically was in, and that's where I came up in.
So how did you get into? What was first after music? Was it the comedy? Was it the acting? Was it the modeling?
Let me see. First, I was always retarded. That I was born with that. So it was that.
You got drop on your head as a youth.
Couple times. Grade 1 and grade 2. It was that. Then it was the music. Then the music took me into acting because, like I told you, I was in a lot of Christmas programs and things like that, and I did a lot of stuff in school too. So the music took me into acting. From acting took me into the modeling. Everything just came as I got more and further in one category. I just used the other one and just place it right on top of it. You know, like, oh, if I act, then I could be funny while I act, and then you music while I act. You know what I'm saying? So I just put it all together. So kind of in that order.
I guess modeling was a way to get yourself out there.
Right. You know, when it comes to sponsorships and just people seeing me all over the place, like that's what the modeling basically was for.
So take us through Jonny Cake, the musical artist.
Jonnny Cake, the musical artist. Boy, that's a very vast topic because my music derives from so many things. Like, I do not stick to one genre. I don't stick to one topic. I don't just rap. I sing. It's basically my emotion and what's around me. You know, that's I like to have fun. It's basically having fun and just doing you. And hustling. My main thing is hustling and ambition because on this island, if you really want to make it, especially now that VAD is here, you need to hustle, and that's basically where my music comes from and drives from.
So excited to say that everything else you do, comedy, acting, more, that's just prop up your music.
Music, everything is just basically for my music. Music is the main thing. Everything around that is just to build that up.
I remember the last time we met, we used to IQ8, and the lady told you you need to streamline that. She said next time you talk to her, don't tell her you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She'll hear one thing from you.
Yeah,
did that conversation really hit you?
Yeah, in a way it did, but then again, coming from the Bahamas,
Yeah, I without cut you up, but like we always tell them, like, so much things you have to do just to get to that point.
Just for people even to notice you in music, you have to be doing so much other things, be seeing so much other places. Like, you have to be actively busy in this music industry because it's just still growing. You know, it's really still growing. So in order to be seen like somewhere in the United States, you have to really be a person that is known where you from in the Bahamas. Like they say, like in order to make it in the music industry, you have to be known where you from. People have to like you.
But the sad part about it is Bahamians don't love you till you make it somewhere else.
That is true, you know. But you know what? I was telling somebody the other day. I kind of straying away from that because when I first started music, people was like, "Boy, what you gonna do? Rap? You retired today? You ain't gonna do nothing. No. But as I started going on and they started seeing me pushing more and more, people just started to like, "Hey, boy, I think you could do it. I really think you could do it." So I told them, I really think Bahamian people believe we can make it. They just need to see you getting so far to say, "Hey, I really think you could do it." Because what I noticed about a lot of some of the past Bahamian artists who I don't hear about anymore, I won't call any names or anything, but they try and everybody's just have this dry cry, "Oh, Bahamians don't support Bahamians, da. Well, you gotta make Bahamians support Bahamians. You know, you have to show them that, hey, I am worth listening to, buying my music, watching my movies, because hey, I am one of you and we are talented. So that's how I feel about that.
So right there, you have a single, Be Rich. Tell us about that.
Well, Be Rich, that came out in September. That was produced by a producer out of Atlanta called Complex. That was one of the songs, like most of my songs, it start with choruses. My hook just hit me in my head. I always catchy hooks. Eminem teach me this. Really hard beat, really catchy hook. Simple as that. That's all you need. That was a point in time when I just wanted some bub. I just needed some cash. I'm just saying in my head that, bro, I'm seeing all these things going around me. I live in paradise in one of the best countries in the world. Like, this is developing so much things happen. I just want to be one of those people out there to be rich. You know, it doesn't necessarily not to just flaunt the money, you know, because like I said, we have so much industries over here building, and if I could be a person to help and create and build and expand on what's going on and what's currently happening in the Bahamas, boom, that's me. So when I created a song, that's basically what I was thinking.
And where can I get this song?
You can find it on YouTube. Actually, it's dropping on Vivo January 12th. I went on Jonny Cake Vivo now. That's where you can find it. I also have a website coming out, www.jonnycakedread.com, YouTube, SoundCloud, Jonnny Cake Dread. You can find a single right there.
So for people who can't spell like it's no American, listen to.
All right, now listen to me. Jonny, JONNY CAKEDRED. Jonnny Cake Dread. Now everything what you say, dread. You see me? Dread. All right, boom.
What can the people expect from you for 2015?
Well, 2015, coming on the 26th, I'll actually be in New York to a competition called Hip Hop Season. Right, I'll be going to New York for the first performance. With that competition is you go up against other artists from out the city and the area against their singles, and the winner gets $1,000 cash prize, some label recognitions and stuff like that. Also on the 26th, I'll be dropping my debut mixtape under Jonny Cake, which is strip club music. That is my first mixtape that I'll be bringing out. Those are the main things that are happening right now. Through my mixtape, the videos that are coming up for that competition, and for right now.
I saw last night you have a new single coming out called Pay For It.
Pay Me.
Sorry.
That's a new single that's also coming out. That should be out on the 20th. That'll be on iTunes on the 20th.
Any background on that song, or you want people to hear it first?
Actually, you gotta hear it. You just hear it. Once you hear it, they will understand where you're coming from in the song, because
and I hate, that's one thing about the Bahamian, and here in general, it's a gap between what we worth, what maybe like y'all worth, and what they think we worth. There's always a gap. Say, should I, because it's Bahamian, or you should be happy, I should give you
I'm
this.
giving you the opportunity. No, I'm not looking for opportunity. I'm looking to work. This is what I do. This is my job. This is my career. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the problem. Bahamians, and when they say Bahamians, I mean the older heads, the ones who have the money to give it to us, they don't see it as a viable career.
No, they just see it as something as a little trend, or he just going to, because like I said, like the past artists, they already gave up. So they're saying that, oh, he's just doing this right now for fame, show, and then that's it. No, this is 2015. Fellas are out there trying to make it. We are in the most best possible area to do it in the Bahamas, because like I tell people, most of the celebrities I've met right here, I didn't have to go nowhere. All these opportunities that I've done and you've seen right here in the Bahamas, right here, everything that I've done. So that's how I feel about that.
Before we let you go, just tell people the way they can find you.
Well, we can find Jonny Cake Dread on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Jonny Cake Dread. At Jonny Cake Dread. www.jonnycakedread.com. You can find me Facebook/Jonnny Cake Dread. Everything's Jonnny Cake Dread.
Appreciate you coming through.
Yep.
This has been Who That?